On the show today, they've sold over 20 million records. 5 men who took the music world by storm in 1997. They were tipped to be as big as the Spice Girls, and when Simon Cowell took them under his wing, global success followed, including Brit Awards, MTV, European Music Awards, lots more. Feuds, by the way, were part of their life with other bands, especially including Westlife, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys, and many more. many more. There was an arrest in Dublin. There was an accidental burning of a hotel room.
In Dublin.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Don't make us look good.
It's the 5 bad boys with the power to rock you. Sean, Jay, Abs, Richie, Scott. It's fun!
In the building.
How are we feeling, boys? We good?
We are absolutely unbelievably amazing, Nicky, man.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
It's very strange in many ways because not only are you boys back together, but you're in my back garden in a studio. And many days ago, I know, Scott, you were on the show, about a year ago or 6 months ago or so, and we talked about this reunion. Yeah. And I do remember, and I'm not taking credit, but I hope you have a present somewhere under the table for me.
Yeah.
But we did say, get in a room. Just get in the room.
I mean, I remember saying we hadn't spoke for a very long time, and you said, you even said, forget touring, forget this, just make that call. Because you said to me, didn't you, what would you say if Abs picked up the phone now, if he phoned your phone? I said, I'd just say, all right, mate, that text was weird. They were my words. But then that was obviously in the back of my mind when I picked up the phone and phoned Abs, because I was like, why am I not making that call? It's silly not to.
It was a catalyst for something that was always just pecking away at you all the time. Right? It was really appreciated that you did that.
Not at all. But it was all my doing, so thank you. Abs, how are you doing? Obviously, you've had a mad couple of years over the years, but you're doing well now? You're happy with the whole
Yes,
thing?
sir. I'm so happy to be a part of this again. Doing it the way it should be, it feels like this time around.
Right.
Different head on my shoulders, appreciating it a lot more. Did all the sorry I messed up. I could have handled that a bit better, Scott. Yeah, doing all of that. But absolutely happy, good place.
And that's great to hear. I remember saying to Scott, actually, it's funny, because I said, well, maybe Abs didn't send the text. I don't know if you heard that podcast, but you should listen back to it.
Okay.
And he looked at me and he said, what do you mean? I said, well, maybe it was his mate. You've no proof he sent the text. I said, no, he sent the text. He sent the text.
No, it was me. I hold my hands up. Like I said, I could have handled it a bit better. But again, we all had our moment at a different time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The collapse or the fall or whatever you want to call it. And that was my moment.
It's very strange being a band, and there's nobody that can relate to this better than me sitting here with you guys, or somebody else that would have been in the band. And I had Gary Barlow on the show, Ronan Keating, loads of different people who've been in bands. And it's all very similar, just different names and characters and stories.
But this is kind of the same story, right?
It's dynamics are the same.
Dynamics, yes, yeah.
How did you find it during the first time round, Rich? Was it something, I suppose, I always ask this question, did you allow yourself enjoy it?
At times, I mean, we always say, like opening the Brits with Queen, you can't not enjoy that. Like, it's incredible. And playing Rock in Rio to 200,000 people and all of that stuff.
We're 2 million.
What was it? I thought it was 20 billion.
But like, as you know, back in the day, the workloads were mad, like absolutely mad. And you don't get a day off for 2 years. And like, we were, trying to break the whole globe. America came knocking straight away. And it took its toll. Like, we were tired. And then, of course, like, we bickered, do you know what I mean? And then a lot gets made of that. Oh, they're falling out all the time. And we did sometimes, but not like deeply fall out where we hated each other. We just threw cans at each other's heads sometimes. Like,
As you do.
Yeah, but you do rag each other up, right? You boys must have a little, do you know what I mean, on the tour bus.
Every other day. Yeah. Particularly when you're younger.
Yeah.
Because that's... I always say I came from a football background before music, so I was in dressing rooms where lads were putting each other up against the wall and managers were screaming at people, and I don't know if that still exists in the world we live in today. But so the band bickering it's quite easy when I was in. I was like, I've seen it all before. But young lads, full of testosterone, full of ego, full of all of that, it's going to happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What was you mentioned Top of the Pops one night, Scott?
Yeah.
Was it you and Jay before? Because I painted this beautiful picture on the podcast of watching you boys for Does it keep on moving, or if you're getting down on?
It would have been.
You got the
It
feeling.
would have been got the feeling in. Yeah.
And you were saying there was some row before you guys.
No. It was If You're Getting Down video where you two had a bit of this.
No, that was another one.
You're wrong, actually, Richard.
Okay, that row's been ticked. We'll go to this row next.
Yeah, no. I remember being at Top of the Pops with it, and whatever. I can't know what we was rowing about. We was rowing, and it's funny because we've spoken about this since we were back together.
Yeah.
So my
I'm glad I'm not the one to bring it up on this show for the first
my
time.
recollection was saying
I was thinking, where we're going here?
he chucks a Coke can, but so I think he's obviously trying to hit me with it. But he said, I would never. Yeah. Yes, I chucked it 100%. I chucked that Coke can at you.
But Westlife were in the corridor.
I was trying to get Nick waiting for the door to open. But he said to me, like, but I promise you, I was never meaning to. I would never have tried to get you. I was always missing you.
Because we were arguing. It was I was like, I'm not going to throw a can of Coke at like one of my boys' heads, but making it look and feel like I was.
Yeah.
Because you're peacocking and you're having an argument.
Yeah.
No.
But that takes 20 years to have that conversation. So I've been carrying that around for 20 years. And then I go, Jay looks at me and I know he's sincere and he says it. He goes, mate, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
That's not the version that I remember. And I go,
You have to
Oh,
take
right.
into account, how old were you when that can missed your head?
18, 19.
At 18, yeah. So you was like 21, 22. I mean, it's not that weird, is it?
Yeah.
But I remember, and I don't know if you remember.
Brothers would do that.
Yeah, brothers would do
every
that.
day.
Yeah, but after that had happened, obviously because I could give as good as I got. I mean, I wouldn't have. I wasn't a wallflower. I wasn't a wallflower. I would have gone like, yeah, you do this, you do that. But when we're on Top of the Pops, I now know that there's a camera on. And I'm thinking, no, fucking show him. Like, so I'm out of position. I'm sort of goading him on the stage. I'm on the stage going, you got the feeling, John, but did it?
Yeah.
It's such a positive song as well.
Yeah. Jay, it would have been so funny if you had knocked him out on live on Top of the Pops.
Just done it. I go, it was like, I meant that one. Yeah.
The can of Coke missed, but this left hand is landing.
We're taking off the rider.
Yeah, the plastic bottles now, or plastic cups. Sean, and you were the youngest, weren't you?
Yeah, still am.
Did you? It must have been so strange for you. What were you, 15, 16 in 97?
Well, we've had conversations about it, and basically, I was a year younger than Jay was when he started the band, when the band ended. So he was 21 when it started, I was 20 when it ended.
A little young you was.
So, I mean, I came straight out of school. I mean, how old was you when...
I was 19. I was the oldest. I was not, but we were all like, I was 19, Shane was 18, and the others were 18. I think Mark's the youngest. He was 17. So it was between 17 and 19. We're all 2 years.
Between 15 and 18, it's quite big, innit? You know what I mean? Because I was just at school, so...